after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from Healthy Kids Chaves County, of course, Becky, Joyce, and Paula Cam back with us. And then also joining us from Dexter Schools as well, Shelly Montgomery back with us too. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing?
Very good.
Good, good. I know everyone ready for summer now, and I don't know if this. Do you guys have a busy time of the year, or is it kind of? Or is this it? I mean, or is it get? I think you're equally busy during when the kids are in school, or when I know Shelly, you obviously are, but
Yes.
but the summers aren't exactly breaks for you either.
No, we still cook all summer.
Yeah,
So I
kids
was
still
just
have
wondering.
to eat.
That's right. People still got to eat, but
Right.
But and that's what we're here to talk about today, because obviously kids are
Yes.
either out of school or about to be out of school, and let's face it. It's in some families here in Chaves County, it's a problem because, they get most of their food at school. They'll get breakfast and at least 2 meals a day on most of them at the school. And so now that's 2 meals they're not going to get for the next 2.5 months here. So summer programs, there's definitely
Yes.
other alternatives and options for families here that we want to put on people's radar and make sure no one goes hungry this summer, and make sure that they've got ample opportunity to food and of course recreation and all that
Right.
stuff too.
Right.
We don't want to do all that. So parents, listen up the next 20, 30 minutes here. There's going to be a lot of good information for you.
Absolutely.
So, well, first off, how's things in Dexter? How's the school? How'd everything go there? Are you guys doing well? And
Everybody is doing good in Dexter. We finished up yesterday, so it's kind of a sigh of relief.
everybody's
for
happy?
today.
Yeah.
But summer lunch starts Tuesday.
Okay.
So we're going to fire up Tuesday, and we're going to have a grab and go there at the high school.
Okay.
And it'll be, to start off with, breakfast and lunch combo in the same bag.
Okay.
And we're going to serve that from 8:30 to 9:30.
Okay.
And so it's just going to be a grab and go, drive up there just like last year,
Okay.
and we'll have that ready for you. For lunch, we're going to serve, of course, at the high school.
Okay.
And they're having summer school going on there at the middle school and high school, so
Okay.
we'll serve those kids as well.
Okay.
And then also, we're going to have 2 locations. We're going to go out to Midway and go there on at 63 Yakima Road.
Okay.
At the Midway Assembly of God Church.
Okay.
And we're going to serve lunch there from 11 to 12.
Okay.
And then also at the Midway Fire Department at 6477 Templeton Road.
Okay.
And we're going to serve there from 12 to 1.
Perfect. Okay.
So we want everybody to come out.
And
grab
these
that.
locations, they serve all Chaves County, right? So
Anybody
wherever,
can come.
Yeah, if you have. So what I'm saying is, if you're here and you happen to go there, don't
Yep.
worry, you can come and visit, or vice versa. If you're,
Yes.
if you're in that area and need food, come visit. They'll make sure the kids are fed.
And there's no
Yes.
requirements for like who can do that?
Well, so that was the next thing that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Is because it's seamless summer again this year.
Okay.
So that's good. Any kids 18 and under can
Okay.
come and get food. It doesn't matter what school, what county, whatever. If you're a kid, you
And
can
you
have
need
food.
home food, and we got food for you.
Yes.
Awesome.
The thing that's going to be a little different is this year all of the waivers from the pandemic expire.
Okay.
So what the difference for summer lunch will be is before a parent could come and get food sacks for all of their students or their children, the kids have to be present this year.
So for every, you get 1 sack per child per body, basically. You
Yes.
can't say I need 5 for all my kids. All 5 kids must
Okay.
be present
Yes.
to receive the sack lunch personally.
And that
Yes.
starts
Perfect.
July 1.
Yes, starts July 1.
Very good. Okay.
It'll still be seamless summer. We've been on seamless summer all through the pandemic, which was that any kid, whatever the age, could go to any school and get a meal.
Okay.
But not anymore.
Well, maybe families can work out carpools or something like that, where maybe one adult's in charge of taking them
Sure.
each day or meal or whatever to go and pick up, for the family there for the street or whatever. Like, maybe a couple houses like, hey, I'll
Yes.
take all the kids today. Can you take them tomorrow? Kind of thing. But please make note that is a change beginning
Yes.
July 1. And yeah, I know it's minor inconvenience, but just pound in the car and we'll make sure we get the meals here. And trust me, if we'd love to do it the other way, but this is the rules, and so we want to make sure we abide by them.
Well,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
And we had also invited Kim Meeks, the food service director from Roswell, and she was unable to make it. So Paula has her information.
Okay, for the Roswells.
And They
Yes.
have a lot of sites that are in walking
They do.
distance. So that's really exciting.
Good deal.
They're going to be at Goddard and Roswell High Schools.
Okay.
Both of them. They'll be at Carpenter Park, where
Okay.
the splash pad is, so
Okay.
they could go have lunch and enjoy the
And then
splash
cool off?
pad.
Yeah.
Sure. There's going to be a site at the college, out by the college.
Okay, down on the south end there.
Yes. Also, Pocorn Park.
Okay.
Which is near the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes.
The other
They have a-
splash pad.
Yeah, the other
Right.
splash pad.
The
Yeah,
other
exactly.
one, yes. So, and Spring River Park, the zoo. So they could go to the park and then maybe go to the zoo. So,
Okay.
there's lots of
So
things
pretty
going
much
on.
wherever you're at, there's going to be one within a mile or two of you.
And
yeah.
the
Yes.
Aquatic Center and Skate Park by Cielo Grande.
Okay, so folks on
That's
that end,
another
yeah.
site. Missouri Avenue is
Okay.
the other site.
Excellent.
And their serve time is 8 to 1.
Okay. Now, are these similar, like, any kid that comes that needs a meal?
It's the same rules
Okay.
as Shelly spoke about.
But
yes.
like you said, beginning July 1 there.
It's going to be a little different.
Sure.
They'll have breakfast in the morning
Okay.
from 8 to 9, and then they'll come back for lunch from 11 to 1.
Awesome.
So it's a
you
little
get to see their
different
smiling
in July.
faces twice. I like that.
Yeah. And then, of course, Roswell's having summer school, but it's different this year.
Okay.
They're having it 2 weeks at a time. Some schools are in June. Some schools are in July.
Okay, so it depends on which school
So
your
if
student
you're
attends.
if you're at summer school, then you will get fed.
Gotcha.
So
It'll be just like a regular school
yes,
day curriculum
Berendo,
style.
Del
yeah.
Norte, Monterey, Valley View, and East Grand Plains are in June
Okay.
13th to the 24th.
Okay.
And then in July is Military Heights, Nancy Lopez, Pecos, Sunset, Washington Avenue, Missouri Avenue. I think I named everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like the bulk there in July, but there's, but
Right.
there are some schools
There's
there
like
in June.
5 in one and 7 in the other.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
so,
they'll get lunch.
and I'm sure if you have any questions about that, don't forget to talk to your principal before you leave today and get that arrangements, like you said,
And they
to
can
get
call
that done.
Kim Meeks. Just call the central office
Okay, for the
and
food
ask
stuff,
for
if you
Kim.
have any questions.
And the same with Shelly.
Yes, you can always call and ask for us, and we'll answer any questions.
Good deal.
We want to feed the kids, all the kids.
Well, and that's just it. We want to make sure everyone has that opportunity here. So make sure and it's great that, whether sounds like no matter where you're at in Chaves County, there is a place where you can pick up food within a few miles from you.
And
Even
in
when you get out in the county a
Dexter,
little bit, it's not
They
that.
don't have it at Lake Arthur. They're not serving at Lake Arthur or Hagerman.
Right.
Okay.
So they can both go to Dexter, or if they're in Roswell, they
Come
can
on
come
in.
to a Roswell
Yeah, they got to come to
site.
town to run errands
Go to
or
the grocery
do
store,
whatever. Swing on by any of those locations here. And I'm thinking if you hit Pocorn or Carpenter Park, you bring your bathing suit and go ahead
Right,
and
yeah. There's that, especially, in Roswell.
go get the
with
splash pad there.
With them all
Right.
a lot of them being at parks,
Yeah.
that's a great opportunity to kind of kill some time.
Absolutely.
With the kids.
And
Let them
And
eat
beat
a little
the
bit.
heat.
Sure.
Bring
Run
a book.
around.
You can sit there and watch, read your book while the kids play.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they'll have a great time over
Right.
there in the splash pad.
and,
Or-
and the aquatic center's got everything open now.
Absolutely.
Their outdoor pool, their indoor pool.
yeah, they had the soft opening for the outdoor pool this weekend, and I know. Be warned, they're still short lifeguards.
Right, I was going to mention that.
So
yeah.
they're going to have to stagger hours of the indoor-outdoor pool. How we fix that? Hire more lifeguards. So, and they're hiring. So if you know anybody that wants to be a lifeguard, go talk to the city of Roswell. They're looking for more.
Right, they need more, and they've got certified people to do the training now.
Yeah, good deal.
So there's no excuse, and there's lots of kids that are looking for jobs, and that's a great job to have in the summertime.
I thought that was like the cool kid job when I was
Right.
growing up,
Right.
because they were always just standing there looking pretty in their bathing suits most of the time, you know. Like the ladies get all the head turning from the guys get the head turning from the girls, they get the tan, the muscle. I mean, it doesn't matter, but they're just sitting there. We all watch Baywatch. That's what it is. We all think it's Baywatch, and we run in slow motion to music, the whole thing, you know. But that is a pretty cool. And obviously, it's a very serious and a lot of training. But but in the meantime, it's a whole lot of standing there and looking around and looking kind of people being jealous. I'd be like, oh, lucky. I don't know what it is. Everyone seems to be, that's like there's power in that whistle.
It's the uniform. It's the uniform.
Or lack thereof.
Well, and there's lots of opportunities also for all their sports camps that the rec center has
Absolutely.
this summer, and the zoo camps.
Absolutely.
And,
Camp Invention was one we were just
some,
talking about last hour.
Soccer tournaments and
sports camp, that big sports camp at
Yeah.
Christchurch
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
is fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Definitely take these opportunities to get you and of course I'm sure many churches are going to be doing vacation Bible schools this summer.
Sure.
Look
And
for
that's
those and sign
free.
them up. Yeah, those are all free
At
of
the
charge.
churches, it's free.
And a
So-
lot of them, and of course, they'll get them active and stuff and feed them at a lot of them there too. So that's another resource for those kind of things if you need help. So please take advantage of all the stuff that the schools are offering, the city's offering, private churches and organizations are doing. I know Boys and Girls Clubs got their big summer program. That's an option
Yes,
for
that's
families too
another
if you're
option.
looking. And of course, as far as food goes, they help. And as far like you can sign up a very affordable summer program where they'll pick the kids up. They do the whole feed them curriculum. And so if because you're at work all day or whatever, that's another great option for your families too. So utilize all of these resources, everything. And,
Yeah, Boys and Girls Club would be a great option for people this summer. And I know Amy Steen, the ICANN educator at Chaves County Extension Office, has been going once a week. She's been planting with them. She's been teaching them about nutrition.
Nice.
We'll be going in June. We're going to do 5210 with the group.
Great.
So they've got a lot of good things going on. And, they've been renovated. It's a really nice facility. They're going to be gardening more.
Good deal.
So,
and they take them in their little van to swim.
yes.
And
Nice.
Some of the
So they do little field trips and
Right.
things around the community too as well. So utilize all of this. This is how.
There's lots of options to keep the kids doing healthy, busy activities.
And of course, even I know we talk physical and stuff, but libraries doing their summer reading program.
Yes.
That's
Which
a
is
great,
excellent.
valuable thing that the kids and adults can do that with them. So,
Sure.
like if you have like too young to read toddlers, you can read books to them, and that counts. So you as an adult can get like gift cards and things for participating too. So it is rewards for the adults as
It
much as it
is.
is for the kids. But
Right.
but you can that's a great way to get the whole family involved. So there's so many activities this summer, some ways, and of course with the food here. Please, if you're in Dexter and all that, there's several spots out there going on, and of course, does Dexter Schools like Facebook page have like all this information listed there?
Yes.
If people want to go back and reference like seeing something visual. I'm sure it's on the Healthy Kids
We
Chaves
put it
County
on our Facebook
page as well
well.
too. So if
Yes.
you want to print these off and put them on your fridge or something like that.
Yes, and we're going to make some flyers and put around also.
Good deal.
So those
And
will be
Roswell
available.
has a flyer.
Yes. And while we're talking about that, I need to mention that this coming school year, Roswell will be a totally CEP school.
Okay.
Schools, all of them, which means what CEP stands for is Community Eligibility Provision.
Okay.
And that means every student in Roswell will get breakfast and lunch free of charge.
Oh, cool.
So that's
So they're
going
able
be
to work
new
that
for them.
in and starting in the fall here, this
Yes.
Yes,
2022-23 school year.
Yes, and
Great.
before all of their elementaries, middle schools qualified, but starting this year, their high schools will also
Oh, great.
qualify. So that'll be
Excellent.
good. And it's the same for Dexter. All of our students in Dexter were on the
Perfect.
CEP, and they'll all eat breakfast and lunch free of charge.
Excellent.
And we're working with Hagerman and Lake Arthur to get them the same.
Excellent. So
Shelly is.
So keep your fingers crossed. Keep waiting. We'll be making those announcements for those areas as well too.
And we
here.
want
Yeah.
kids to eat.
Are they going to try to make that for the fall, or is it going to be maybe another year for those communities? You think?
Well, I haven't heard back. I
Okay.
think they filled out applications.
We're just waiting and seeing.
Yes. 'cause
Gotcha.
It's
for
a whole,
Hagerman and Lake Arthur.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Roswell, Dexter already
We're
locked
a
down.
done deal.
We
Yeah, they're
already
locked
got
down.
ours done.
Right.
Good deal.
It's a pretty long process that you have to go through to fill out those applications.
Well, I imagine at some point the goal is to have every school district in the entire state having that.
It would be nice.
Yeah, I think that the eventual goal there, but you
Right.
got to get there first. So.
Yes.
Right.
But in the meantime, definitely that'll be a great option for families here in the fall for, because I don't know, I remember when I was in high school, that was a big thing to have breakfast there. Like, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't just part of a program or not. We just got there early and got breakfast, and sat.
We didn't get breakfast.
We didn't.
I'm
I
too
didn't
old
either.
for that.
Yeah.
I must be too.
They had this was a few years ago, but I graduated in '91, so that would have put it like late '80s when this was happening. But yeah, our high school had, and this was Maryland too. This is back east. So, but yeah, they used to do, it was sausage biscuits for like the.
Yeah,
Those
that's
are
a
good.
fave.
Yeah, and that was kind
They
of
have
the
a burrito
breakfast.
break now in
Yes.
Roswell. Yeah.
In Roswell, they call it a burrito break.
Nice.
Yeah.
My office should have a burrito break. I think all businesses should have a burrito break.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Like, why do we not have all this? Should be a thing.
And one other thing to kind of keep in mind as we're talking about all of this food and lunch and breakfast and all that, there's still problems with the food chain supply.
Yeah, so be patient.
So some of those things, and that's where the waivers helped, because those waivers covered, if you couldn't get your dark green vegetable, they would let us serve something else. And of course, those are going away July 1. So it's going to be tough.
Even with supply and demand still tricky, they're not going to try to. I mean, is there people trying to extend it a little bit at least,
They're
or is
working on it.
that fight going on at
It's
least?
going on, but I don't think
You don't think it's going to
happen.
make headway?
No, not right
well,
now.
maybe the reverse will happen, and the supply chain will start freeing up a little bit, and we'll start
sure
seeing.
hope.
I hope at some point, but I know now it feels weird because you're just like, I don't know if it's going to happen or not. You really don't know in the world we live in, because it seems like we do something and then we hear things like, what was the latest one? Monkeypox.
Oh yeah,
going
that's,
on?
yeah, that's the latest.
Yeah, so it's kind of.
Well, and everybody's feeling that pinch because when you go to the grocery store, some of the shelves are empty. You can't get everything you need, and
Right.
prices have
And not to mention the
obviously
cost
increased.
of everything. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, yes.
And let's
so-
face it, going out to eat is very expensive right now, even
Yes.
when it's fast food. So
Yes.
I'm guessing a lot of people are also looking to make more food at home
Yes.
too. So demand there has probably gone up because they can't afford to eat out as often as they were
which
doing.
can be a good thing
Yeah, exactly. That's not necessarily
as
a bad
long
thing.
as they can get the food to prepare at home.
Sure. Well, and we've talked about this a bunch of times. There's ways to work around some of this stuff here. We always talk healthier options, when we talk like your pizzas and things like that. Same in this world too. It's just you got to get creative, or you get a little,
do.
or maybe maybe you try a different type of tomato or something like that, or go with and who knows, you might stumble to something that's better every once in a while. You ever
Exactly.
make a recipe and you have to change the ingredients a little bit because it's not available, and then you turn out, this is kind of a good little twist on this
And don't
meal.
forget about Graves Farms. We've got Graves
Yeah,
Farms.
coming
Yeah.
We'll have the farmers
Yes.
market in July.
Yeah,
Yes.
And
the,
so
the
that's
dirt
huge.
doesn't know
That'll be
about
good for the
COVID there,
summer.
and so they keep
That's
growing
right.
the fresh
Right.
produce, and it's right there. And if you've never been out to the Graves Farm and Garden Store, make this weekend your first time. Then go out there and go see every trip is a new adventure
It is.
because they got it's just whatever the crops are fresh that week, but they're staples like certain times of the year. You go in the fall. Yeah, you can bet your bottom dollar is going to be green chili out there. But, then you
Sure.
come and there's eggs sometimes, or potatoes, or corn, or peppers, and then also some of the local folks that make jellies and salsas
Right,
and
yes.
Honey.
things like that. Honey, local honey, which by the way, in case you didn't know, local honey is much more beneficial to you than I guess non-local or store-bought honey, because
Right.
they say that
it's from your area.
yeah, they say some of the properties and stuff is actually healthier for you, build better immune system, better. It's
Helps with allergies.
yeah, allergies as well too. It's really it's one of God's nature's little remedies for us here. So go grab you a honey bear out there this weekend from some local honey. It may not be in a bear. I don't know. It feels like all honey
It
should come
always
in a bear.
tastes better when it's in there.
Feels like it should come in a bear for some reason.
Well, and
Exactly.
speaking of all of this local stuff, we've already heard from our New Mexico Grown grants that schools apply for, and Roswell received money, and so did Dexter.
Good.
And
as-
so did Hagerman.
Good.
Oh, yay. And
Yeah.
as long as we're giving kudos to the governor, we got extra money. She appropriated some more money. So we got
Great.
a little bit more money this year to spend on local food. So
Excellent.
We're
I'm sure every single penny will be invested into
Yes.
that too.
Absolutely. And it helps our local economy grow.
I
you
think-
know, that
I-
you're buying local.
I think at some point when people catch on, maybe who knows, in 20 years we're going to have more of that where where we're getting our produce from our own gardens more than we are from grocery stores.
Well, and you know,
things
we
like
do
that. That'd be
gardens
great.
with the schools, and we try to promote that. This year has been difficult, number one, because it's so dry. It's been so dry.
It is
And
very
then
tough to do. Yeah, you're
They
right.
changed their summer school schedule, so
Okay.
they're not going to be at summer school as long. So people aren't going to be able to take care of them. So there's a couple of schools we're going to garden with in August. I mean, Pecos is still going strong.
Okay.
They have a watering system built
good.
in their beds.
Cool.
So that's very handy.
Built a little irrigate. That's great. I love that.
Yes, and there's other schools that Nancy Lopez has dirt and seeds, and they're trying to get started. But Del Norte, which we haven't had a garden there before, and East Grand Plains are both going to plant squash and pumpkins in
Nice.
August
Awesome.
because they can be fall produce.
Perfect. Yeah.
And the kids can have the pumpkin patch. And so we're excited about that. And it might be something we have to think about for the future for a lot of our gardens.
Absolutely.
And Lake Arthur has a fabulous community garden that they're starting.
And I think we should have more of those too.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be great
they
if
built
we had?
beds and they have
Yeah.
somebody in the summer to take care of it, you know, from the community.
I think a place like Cahoon Park, would be a great place where they just set up, patch off an acre of land out there or something and just say, here's the community garden and you want to, grow, and we get some way to organize it and everybody
Yeah, it
takes a little
takes a lot
slice
of
of it.
work.
Yeah.
It takes a lot
And
of work.
I think it'd be great. Next thing you know, we got a thing, and maybe all that stuff shows up on the courthouse lawn at the farmers market here in the summer.
Well, and we've used in Hagerman FFA, Cody Montez helps us out a lot, and with her FFA students, and they cleaned up and they've got their garden going. So different schools, we're trying to promote that because we agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
If that's not a way of life, it's certainly an easier way of life if you can go out and pick your tomatoes
Sure.
in your yard.
Yeah.
Instead of going to the store when they don't have as good a product and it's pricey.
Very.
And I think this is, the world we live in now. Technology's kind of moved us this way because I'm thinking certainly our ancestors and everything, they didn't have a grocery store on the corners and things
No.
like that. So it's grow your own. And so basically they would raise and their own food and supplement with trip to the stores. And now it's kind of the other way around. And maybe we need to find that balance again where we're, maybe not to the point where we're raising our own beef and everything, but to a point where, you know what? We all have a garden in our backyard. We all, all have, whatever your favorite vegetables are, corn or tomatoes, wherever it is, you just put a couple rows out there. Next thing you know, that for your family, that's probably enough tomatoes for the season or for
yeah.
and next thing you know, you're not buying that. And we could do that now. You don't even have to wait for anything. Go to Rousel Seed or go to your favorite place and pick up some seeds and start
plant.
Yeah, start planting in your backyard or on your patio or wherever you got a little space to, put a pot in some
Right.
seeds.
You could just buy a tomato plant and stick it in a pot, and
Yeah.
you probably have more
Okay.
tomatoes than you want.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Share with
It's
your
that
neighbors.
easy to
Yes.
do something like that. So if you start there, and then you maybe catch the bug, and you're kind of like, man, I love doing this. I'm going to try next season. I'm going to try this, and try next thing you know,
Right.
you got a full on garden going on right there. But that's
Well,
what
and
we.
if you want to get real wild, you can always learn to can.
Yes.
Put some of that up from your garden.
Absolutely.
And the extension office, Chaves County Extension Office, would help with that.
They'll do they'll
Yes.
train you up a little bit.
Yes, Tamara Schubert.
Yeah, she has a lot of great
Contact
stuff.
her, and yes, they can help you get started with those things. So in January, when you're, don't have the fresh product, you can go and use your canned stuff.
Yeah. Or
I know
frozen.
people. Yeah, or freeze them.
frozen,
I know a lot of
yes.
people freeze green chilies. Can you can them too? I guess
I
you
don't know.
could. I
I
don't know.
freeze mine.
Yeah,
freeze
most people
mine.
do, but I'm wondering if you could like maybe you don't have as much room in the fridge or freezer there. Maybe you can can some. I'm guessing.
You
I
might
don't know.
can.
Yeah.
And
I
like
don't know.
corn is really good frozen.
Sure.
Of
Of course, you
can
do your
a lot
fruits
of
and stuff.
things.
A lot of people make jellies and jams out of those things. Maybe you start making your own jellies, jams, and things like that.
You
You,
can
know?
dry fruit,
Yeah, absolutely.
for
there's
snacks.
And even freeze it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's lots of options. It does take time and work.
But
And a
you
lot
know
of
what you're going to
people,
find?
you know-
You're going to find probably better tasting
Yeah.
foods
Oh,
and all
definitely.
that. not complain anything, but when you buy your fruits and vegetables in the grocery store, it's kind of mass produced. There's
Exactly.
lots of ingenuity involved to make sure to get the most yield out of these crops
Right.
and color, shape, things that make them look more appealing and all that. But you sometimes sacrifice taste when you do that,
Absolutely.
and you don't realize it until you eat like a local grown tomato or piece of produce, and then right after, when you've been eating apples at the grocery store your whole life, and next thing you know, you get like right off the tree apple. It's going to taste way different than that apple you've been buying at the grocery store all.
My husband won't eat store-bought tomatoes. He will only eat fresh tomatoes. He just
Interesting.
gives them up because a lot of them don't have any flavor at all.
Gotcha. So and so that's what we're talking about here. So you might spoil yourself and be like, and like Paula's husband, you're like, I ain't touching that. I've had the good. I've been to the top of the mountain. It is good, and I'm not going back down.
I've had something better.
But and to be honest, it's probably a healthier. I mean, there's probably more nutrients and more vitamins and things inside that I just grew a tomato in my backyard tomato. It really and granted, you're like, I hate tomatoes. Fine, do it with corn, do it with squash, do it with watermelon, do it with pumpkins, whatever you float your boat. Do it with potatoes, onions. Do some roots vegetables. Try those. Pick the seasons. Obviously, don't stick them in the wrong time, or you're gonna find yourself not happy about it. But yeah, and if you need advice. I know, like Rouse will see if you go over there. Those folks will help.
They're great.
Pretty much any place you buy seeds, they can give you at least a rudimentary information on how to get them planted and stuff, and then you can talk to the extension office.
Yes.
Don't talk to Tamra.
I know what you're saying.
And they can go and they can and they can help with because they help with commercial, but they also help with the backyard growers and stuff.
They do.
Too.
They help you know how to plant.
Drew over there will take care of you.
Yes, when's the best time to plant?
Yeah,
all of that.
Yeah.
And we put that stuff on our Facebook page as well. Different ways to plant things. If you just want a container, or if you just want one bed, or you want to use something that you already have.
Yes, like the baby swimming pool, the little above ground plastic
Yes.
pool. Somebody used that to plant their garden. So.
That's a great idea.
Sure.
Those pools are versatile.
Yeah,
They are.
And I don't care what you say. It ain't wrong for an adult grown man to sit in one of those pools.
No, not when it's,
if it's 100 degrees out.
outside.
Yeah.
no kidding.
You make fun of me all you want. I'm comfortable. Of course, if you got a garden in it, don't do that to that pool. Get a new pool for that one.
Right.
But yeah, as long as it's not a deep-rooted plant, I don't see why I wouldn't. As long as it doesn't go past 6 inches or whatever the hell deep that pool is there. But yeah, that's great.
Right.
There's lots of ideas. So if you live like in a townhouse or something and you got a little patio, these are great ways to do. Now you can pay more and buy expensive planters and stuff. You don't really have to. Just get a pool. Go get a kiddie pool for $10 at Walmart and go put it out there. Or anything that holds. Anything that can hold something. You can really make it, as long as you make it so the water drains properly and all that kind of stuff. You're good to go. So.
Exactly.
You ever have anybody? Yeah, we're running short on time. But I'm curious, since we're talking growing, those bulbs that you stick in that you fill with water and then like stick into kind of self-water plants. Do you know anybody that's used those and know if they work?
I don't.
I always see those on commercials on TV and they look intriguing, but I'm like, do they work? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
it's like
they
a
have
glass.
some over at our office there in Dexter, and they use them all the time, and the plants are still living.
So I guess they work.
I guess they work pretty good.
As long as you remember to fill that glass tube up, then I think you're good to go. I always wonder about that. I never. I'm like, 'cause as seen on TV, everything works amazing on TV, but I'm like, I wonder.
Right.
So,
Right.
again, if anybody has any questions about any of the resources we talked about for Dexter and Roswell and for really all of Chaves County on summer food programs here for your kids, please, if you missed any information or want more information outside of what we talked about here, I highly recommend and encourage you to like and follow Healthy Kids Chaves County on Facebook, Dexter Schools on Facebook, Roswell Independent School District.
Yes.
Stay like and follow those. You'll see the flyers. If they're not already up there, they will be up there announcing dates, times, locations for all the summer food programs here. And then don't forget, July 1 is when the changeover happens at the Child must be present to pick up the sack lunch or the food there.
And
So-
remember to check our Facebook page. We're posting all the camps,
Yeah.
all the
Yes.
activities. We've got kids triathlon coming up in July. There's a 3-on-3 or 4-on-4 soccer tournament. I think coming
Right.
up. That's
Right.
unusual for our area. That's supposed to be a really big one. So,
cool.
I mean, there's some things coming up, but we post all those. There's camps from the high schools, from the college, from the zoo.
Yeah.
the
College
thought-
has got like Scrubs Camp again this
Right,
year.
yes.
and-
I
Right.
saw
There's
that.
all sorts of neat things. So we try to post as many of those as we can so that you can kind of be informed. But you can always call the aquatic center or the zoo, different places here in town, so that you can keep your kids active. They need
Absolutely.
to be busy this
And
summer.
another place, Hope Morales, that's on the Roswell
School board, yeah.
She's very good to post anything that's going on with the school district, like Becky mentioned at the high schools if they're having a camp. And she posts the lunch where you can get pick up the lunches. So it's another place to look.
Good deal. Yeah, I know she's pretty good about sharing
real
stuff
good about it.
And so definitely a good resource there as well. And of course, if you want to learn more about any of the Roswell City Recreation Services, RoswellConnect.com is that website. If you go to the city's website, roswell-nm.gov, I'm sure there's a link to it and all that, but that deals with more like your water bill and city council and all that stuff. If you want to learn more about what's going on at the zoo or what's going on at the recreation center or at the museum and art center, RoswellConnect.com is that website. And you can get like your season passes or day passes, find out when the free Saturdays are for events, and the second Saturday of the month, usually free day out at the museum and art center and all that stuff. You can learn all about that there at Roswell Connect too.
Well, can I just say one more thing?
Absolutely.
I'm going to speak for Kim also, but we want to say thank you to you for allowing us to be on the radio.
Oh, anytime.
Yes.
Because putting these things out that we talk about are part of our regulations, that we have to let the public know these things. So thank you for letting
Well,
us.
I'm glad I can be of service. That's kind of what we do here.
Yes,
But,
and we always appreciate your support of Healthy Kids Chaves
Thank
County.
you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, but of course, you didn't hear me. We were talking about chocolate chip pancakes like right before you came on. But
Yeah, we won't listen to that.
We were trying to ignore that.
in moderation, It's
Everything
okay
in
once in
moderation.
a while. But if that's a staple for breakfast, you might want to change up on that. Just or you're going to be seeing Tamara over at the extension office about diabetes awareness classes pretty
Yes,
sooner than you
that's exactly
anticipated. Is there anything we missed? Anything we
I
didn't?
can't think of anything.
Awesome.
Just thank you for letting
Thank
us
you.
in here.
Anytime, and appreciate it. And folks, reach out. Don't if you got questions, if you have any issues or want to know more information, please don't hesitate to reach out. We want to make sure every student in our community has access to food this
Yes,
summer, and
absolutely.
and we want to make sure that's not an issue or anything else. But again, if you have any questions, reach out. Shoot messages on these Facebook pages too. If you've got any
Yes.
questions, that's probably the best way to get a hold of Healthy Kids Chaves County. I'm
Definitely.
guessing during the summer months, reaching out directly
I'll
through
be
the
there.
Dexter Schools Facebook. It's probably the easiest way to do that too. So very good.
Yes,
Well, thank you, ladies.
you
All
bet.
right.
Have a great Memorial Day weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
Enjoy your barbecue and vegetables.
Of course.
Grill some corn while you're
Grill
grilling
some
your
corn.
burgers out there. Right?
Favorite.
Maybe grill some asparagus or
Yes.
a lot of the veggies you can grill.
Absolutely.
Or maybe shish kebab it and put some peppers
Ooh,
and some
yeah.
pineapple
Oh, yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
With I got some beef in the fridge. I think I'm going to do that with this weekend. So
Sounds like
That'll
a
be
good
delicious.
idea.
yeah, not too bad. So well, thank you guys. We'll see you next
Thank
time.
you.
Okay.
Thank you.